everyone. Today's video is a little bit different. We're going to be talking about a brand that I absolutely love. I think most of the products are exceptional. The skincare is some of my favorite, but I rarely talk about. And I kind of wanted to examine maybe why that is, and also get your feedback, get your input about what products I should try from this brand, because I feel like, at least for the last couple years, I haven't kept up with it. So let's get into it. Who is it? So the brand is Sisley, and if you're not familiar with Sisley Paris, I have talked about Sisley numerous times on the channel, probably mostly due to their skincare. The Sisley masks, the black rose, there's a velvet, oh, there's another one that I absolutely like. Their masks are literally my favorite masks, especially the velvet one. I love the smell of that one. It just feels incredibly good. Their skincare is exceptional. Their skincare is also incredibly expensive. I mean, it is. It just is. Now, I would probably put it in the same camp as Clé de Peau in the sense that it is a very luxurious, very exquisitely marketed and packaged brand. But, you know, Clé de Peau is basically, Clé de Peau is Shiseido. And so it's a different ideology behind their skincare. And Sisley is French. And so there's a different viewpoint about coming at skincare and the ingredients that they use. So there's a lot of botanicals and things like that in the Sisley products. I wouldn't put Sisley or Chantecaille or Clé de Peau above one another anywhere. There are different things that they do that, you know, I really like. So it just depends on what product you're talking about. But there are a couple products that we're going to talk about today, specifically makeup, that I absolutely, they are iconic and I love them and I think they're fabulous products, but I don't talk about them a lot. And this, it occurred to me when I did my powder video, because I have the Sisley powder that I don't use because the Sisley powder is a setting powder, and I wanted to be like, hey, you know what? Let me explain what I do have by Sisley that I love and what I don't, and why I think I really haven't talked about it as much. So first of all, this product, this is the Double Tenseur. I know it's terrible, guys. Instant and long-term. This is like a primer from Sisley. And this product is kind of iconic. Like, anybody who knows makeup talks about this product. And it's described as a powerful lifting and priming skincare with botanical extracts. This is the botanical. Again, moisturizing, refreshing gel delivers a second skin effect to immediately create a lifted and smooth appearance on the skin surface. Our seed extract creates a continuous, stretchy, and flexible 3D mesh on the skin surface with immediate lifting and sensation. Same time, combination of rotany and lemon extract tones and visually smooth skin texture. I think you can see my skin does actually look quite a bit better. I do want to say, I do have windows open. I do have the light coming in as I always do, but it is pouring down rain and overcast here in New England. So the lighting might look a little different, but that's why. It's because it's New England in May and that's what you get. But this product is excellent. It really is lifting and firming, and it does make your skin look brighter, and it's really good. Why don't I use it more often? That's a good question. And to be really frank, I don't have a good answer for you. I feel like I tend towards the Clé de Peau, the emulsion, and not the Sisley. And I don't know. So, because I do think it makes my skin look really nice. Thoughts, bring them on. My favorite foundation used to be Sisley. And it's called the Sisley, they still have it. It's the Sisley Fond de Teint Anti-Age Foundation. I have 2 bottles, different shades, point B and point R, 0 point R, 0 point B. And the reason I'm not using that one today is because those are both old. I keep them as like a reference. I have a lot of products that I keep as reference products. And that was like my favorite foundation. In fact, if you go back to my very early videos, which are terrible, by the way, which is just, that's normal. They are. They're terrible. They are mostly that foundation. And it says a foundation with the best of Sisley makeup and skincare. Maybe because it's $220, I haven't replaced it. And that could be what it is. And I just have so many different foundations now. I think it's more because I've invested in lasers. And so now I wear less foundation and more tinted products. I don't know. But if you're looking for a really excellent foundation and you have more mature skin especially, and you want something with skincare in it, the Sisley I, the anti-aging foundation is phenomenally good. It doesn't have a lot of shades. It has 20 shades in it. So I'm just putting that out there. Then what I have on my face is the Cushion foundation. Now, the Cushion foundation from Sisley, I'm just double checking because they changed up their lineup. So I'm just making sure they still have it. Yes, they do. Okay. The Phyto Blanc Le Cushion. It's a brightening cushion foundation. The problem with this foundation is that there's like 5 shades. So I think this was specifically made for, I think it was made for the Asian market because there's only 5 shades to it. And it's never in stock. I have it in 00C Swan. And I would absolutely buy this again, but it's never in stock online. And I have like looked at like Nordstrom and stuff, and it wasn't on stock there. So I don't know if they're revamping it. I'm not sure what they're doing with it, but I've heard nothing about it and I've never been able to find it. So that's why I haven't purchased it again. I would definitely purchase more of that. I love that foundation. It's very light. It's a cushion foundation and it looks phenomenal. And you'll see me putting that on while I talk about a couple other things. There has been new foundations that have come out since that I have not tried that I feel like I should. The Phyto Tint Nude, it's a second skin skincare foundation. There's the Phyto Tint Ultra Eclat, which is radiant boosting. And I actually had an old version of it that I haven't tried. There's the Phyto Hydra Tint, which is a skincare infused tinted moisturizer, which I haven't tried. And so I don't know why I haven't tried any of these things. Like I honestly cannot tell you. There's Phyto Tint Perfection, a luminous matte foundation. Now I'm not usually a matte person, but I mean, it's luminous, but I haven't tried any of them. So I think it's because, I think part of it is that I used to shop a lot at Barney's, and Barney's is of course gone now, and in Boston it's gone. And Sisley was actually very prominent there, and I bought a lot of my products there. It's not like it's not at Neiman's, and it's not like it's not at Nordstrom. It doesn't feel like it's promoted very much, very well. And so I kind of forget about it, which is unfortunate because if you're looking for a skincare infused makeup line, I think Sisley is excellent. And their foundations have always been, in my opinion, extremely good. So, you know, I feel like I've kind of missed the boat of lately. The Blur Expert, which is a luminous matte perfecting veil, I've heard wonderful things about it. It's supposed to blur your skin. You put it on like you put your makeup on over it. I don't have it. So I'm like, okay, I'm missing out on that. And then they have a different types of powder. Now I have the Photo Poudre Libre powder, which is a loose powder, which I put under my eyes today. And it does brighten, no doubt, it does brighten, but it definitely like, it's a set, you know, it sets everything down. They have a Phyto Touch Sun Glow powder, which I don't have and haven't tried. I have they have a Stylo Correct, a perfect camouflage face corrector. So like, you know, if you haven't tried that. I'm like, Jennifer, where have you been? A Phyto Poudre Compact, a mattifying and beautifying pressed powder. Again, probably because these say mattifying and I haven't tried them, but I'm like, I should have at least tried some of these and I haven't. And again, I think where I've shopped, because I've, you know, been in Boston, I haven't traveled as much the last couple of years. You know, first because of COVID and then just life. I guess I just haven't, it hasn't been put in front of me. You know, it's kind of, I mean, I hate to sound so like, but I think that's part of it. It's like, it wasn't in front of me. So, you know, I didn't think about it. I do have their blushes and bronzers, but not all of them. So the bronzer I have is a bronzer that I've had forever. It is the Phyto Touche Illusion something, Glow Bronzing Gel. I have had this for, and I'm not joking, years. Years and years and years and years. I still haven't, like, I'm never gonna hit pan on this thing. First of all, it's a baked, like, gelée, it's hard. The problem with it though is it's a little too deep for my skin. So actually it's a lot too deep for my skin. But what I would say about it is if you're somebody who likes a golden glow, because it's definitely golden, it's a golden bronze. If you like this kind of shade, I believe there's still only one shade, you're gonna love this product because it looks stunning on the skin. Like, it looks amazing. It blends right in, it's beautiful. But going with a very light touch, and it's very warm. It's not really my jam. That's not my, I like a cooler bronzer, but if you don't, you know, this is the one for you. There is a gel, a Sunless Bronze Effect, which I've not tried. And there's a Phyto Blush Twist, which is a cream to blush powder, which you think would be right up my alley. In fact, I'm gonna have a video on those types of blushes, and I don't own it. I've never tried it. So yeah, that is my own stupidity. And then there's a Color Cloud, an all-in-one lip and cheek color, which also looks very cool, which I also have not tried. If you, and again, I want your feedback here, guys. I wanna hear if you've tried these products, what you think of them. Should I buy them? Tell me now. And then the Sun Glow Powder, which is the bronzing powder trio. Now, I know why I didn't buy this. I don't like things that have like 3 different shades in it. However, when I look at this one, because there's a lighter one and a deeper one. The Peche Doré is the lighter one. There's a pink and like a creamy white in there, and then like this lighter looking bronze shade. I think that might work for me because it's cooling down the bronze. Let me know, please let me know. I need to be influenced. So let me know what you think. I do have the La Phyto blush. I only have one of them. These are the highlighting blushes, and these are actually extremely good. Again, these are expensive. They're $100, but they have ingredients in here that work really well for the skin. They're very, very comfortable on the skin, similar to like the Clé de Peau for the eyes. They are luminous shades. They're very vibrant. The thing is, there are 6 shades, and again, most of the time they're sold out online. So if you just go to the Sisley site. So I'm just like, I mean, I'm sure you can get them in store or in a Sisley boutique like there is in Vegas, but you know, to be honest, a lot of the times I am buying things online. So I'm like, interesting that I don't know if they're redoing them. They haven't changed the shades in a while. Maybe they're changing it up because they have the Color Cloud and the blush sticks and stuff. So they're not, you know, investing in that. I don't know. Then they have the Orchid blushes. Now the Orchid blushes have 3 shades, which is something I usually don't like, that blend to enhance the complexion and gently sculpt the face. These are phenomenally good. I've never seen anything quite like them. They are $135. But I will tell you this, I have had these, again, for years, literally for years, and I've used them for years. And I have barely made a dent in any of them. There are 3 shades. This is the Coral. I'd take outdoor shots, guys, but there's no point because it's pouring. And I'd wait, but I have to get on my plane, so you're just gonna have to get close-ups this way. There's the Rose. And then there is what they call just the number 1. There's no name for this unless they've changed it. I have used all of these. I use them all the time. I would say I probably use, believe it or not, I probably use the Rose more than I use any others. I have the Rose on today. It's a beautiful shade. It's a gorgeous shade, and it's just a gorgeous highlighting blush. It is one of the few products that I actually like. In fact, it might be the only product that has a 3-in-1 type of thing that I love, like that I would say to anyone, buy this product. Now, it's $135. So I'm not gonna get up here and be like, oh, spend $135, you know, it's a lot of money. However, if you're somebody who has the funds to spend that kind of money on a highlighting blush, and especially if you have more mature skin, and you want something that's highlighting, and you want something that is vibrant and you want something that is like, you know, glowy, but without distracting and without glitter and without accentuating pores and all of that, this is probably the way to go. Nothing is going to be perfect. You know, people don't love everything, but I have to say those blushes are very unusual and they are absolutely beautiful, which is why I ended up buying all 3 of them. They really do have a potency, a glow, a comfort. They do make your face look better. They can sculpt you. It's a 3-in-1. I mean, it's a 3-in-1 product, and it's. I haven't ever seen anything that's quite like it. I've seen other brands try to do it. Hermes has tried to do it. Tom Ford has tried to do it. Chanel's tried to do it, and they get close. There's some that I'd be like, oh yeah, they're, you know, Chanel with their blush, they're good, but this one, it's exceptionally good. I think it's the skincare that's in there. It just feels very comfortable on the skin. So that is a product that if there was another shade, I would buy it. I would find it. But they've never introduced, well, never, they haven't introduced another shade in a very long time. So I'm still waiting. Okay, so let's get to eyes. Now, Sisley, interestingly enough, and again, unless I've missed it, and I'm going to look right now. I did double check. I didn't see anything, but you know, we'll check again. Sisley doesn't really have eyeshadow palettes. They have single eyeshadows. And yeah, that seems to be the continuation of what they're doing. They have single eye palettes, eyeshadows, and their single eyeshadows are amazing. I've talked about these actually more so than some other products. I have Silky Cream on today and Silky Chestnut in my sort of crease and outer corner. The shadows are phenomenally good. I would say the Silkies and the metallics are my favorite, but they're really good products. If you're a single shadow kind of person, I would definitely pick these up. They're excellent. I mean, that's all they do. So they, you know, I don't think their mattes are great. They're good, but they're not my favorite. Their metallics are really nice. Their Silkies are really nice. They look really good on the eye. They don't accentuate texture. They stay on. They're similar to the Clé de Peau's, but they don't have that formula that the Clé de Peau does with the, you know, with the primer that comes in because they don't have quads. But you really like their shadows. It's, again, though, it's just, they have single shadows and that's what they do. Then they have their liquid eyeshadows, long-wearing liquid eyeshadows, which absolutely work. These are great. They're not many shades. There's 9 shades. And there's other, you know, brands that have come out with liquid shadows. I really like these, but they're not my favorite ones, to be frank. They're good, but they're not my favorites. I have others that I think are either more pigmented or, you know, last longer or look better, but these are nice. They are very, very nice. I have nothing bad to say about them. I just think there's others that, for the price point, these are $67. I think, you know, you could, either way, they're fine. The brow products, I don't particularly, I've tried them. I don't have them now, but I don't particularly love them. And of all the mascaras I've tried, I have tried a bunch of different mascaras from Sisley, and I've never liked their mascara. This one is the So Stretch mascara. Let's see. They have a new one, looks like Fido Noir, volumizing, revitalizing, and fortifying. So maybe I need to try that one. I haven't tried that. So Intense mascara, I haven't tried that one. So they have new ones. This is the So Stretch, and I did not like this one. So Curl, I did not like that one either. Like, I mean, I've tried the mascaras, and they're not my thing. The So Curl and the So Stretch just aren't for me. They're not bad mascaras. They're just, I have so many really excellent mascaras that at this point, you know, the bar is very high. And it's like, I love the Orchid blushes and other products that I'll get into in a second, but the mascara for me just has never really lived up to its potential. Eyeliners. The eyeliners are very good. Now there's Fido Kohl liners, which I have not tried. There are 10 shades. They actually look quite pretty. They have metallic finishes and matte finishes. And again, I have not tried them. They are $73, so they're a lot. It says, enhances and intensifies the eyes with iridescent, metallic, or matte. I don't know what you get for $73. I will say for the rest of the products, I understand that you're talking about skincare in, you know, complexion products. That makes sense to me. I don't know, again, I don't know when it comes to the eyeliners what the difference is. Their waterproof liners, their Phyto Kohl Star waterproof liners, I do really love. I will say these are really good. They're again very expensive. They are $73 and they come in a whole host of shades. I have bronze, which I have on today. I will show you these two. It's sparkling bronze, I think. Yeah, and sparkling black. They're both great shades. And again, these go on very creamy and they last and they are waterproof and they're excellent liners. I think the reason I don't know, because these are really good. And I've been asked, numerous times for shades that are like very creamy and last, and these would fit that bill. But I guess my mind doesn't go there. And I wonder if it's the price point. I wonder if it's because I think to myself, I mean, like even subconsciously, okay, no one's going to pay $75 for a liner. I don't know, but they are very, very good. And they do come in a whole host of shades. They are quite beautiful. Like some of the sparkling shades, especially in my opinion, are like really stunning. There's one sparkling blue that I've meant to get for a long time and I never bought because I just have so many things, but they really do have some gorgeous shades, and they go on super soft. Like they're really easy to put on and they don't smudge. They're waterproof, and you keep them on for a while, and I'll do a smudge test. So these are beautiful. Yeah, I think it's a lack of promotion. Like I just don't see a lot of Sisley being talked about. And then when I go shopping or I'm online, when I'm out shopping, I don't see it really promoted in stores, and online it's often sold out in the shades that I want, or at least I've felt that way lately. Maybe that's just my brain, but I feel like they're often sold out. Maybe because they don't have a lot of shades. Like they're not a company that has like 40 shades. They have like 10 shades of something or 5 shades or something. So you have worse odds in finding your shade. Maybe that's it. Now lips. Lips I've kept up with better, which is interesting. First of all, their lip liners, before the Tom Ford lip liners, I would have said these are my favorites. I have on Beige Natural today, which is a great shade. It's incredibly creamy. It's gonna stay on. It's really, really excellent. I don't know what else I could say about them that I haven't said about like Tom Ford. They are very creamy. They have good staying power. They are easy to use. They don't bleed on me. Again, nothing's perfect for everybody, but they're great. They're great pencils. And I have used many, many of them. I've gone through, this is chocolate, this is Beige Natural. Those are my two favorites. I've gone through like 3 of each over the years. So, that's how much I really like them. They're creamy. They're easy to put on. They stay on. Your lips don't bleed. They're a really good product. I don't know if I would pick those. I don't know if I would pick those over the Tom Fords. That is something I'd have to really test, like one-on-one, like literally wear in the same like circumstances, one day and the other with another day. I don't know. They're really good. They are, again, $73. So they're quite expensive, but they're excellent for what they are. Lip products. There are many. There is gloss. There are Phyto Rose Shines. There are Phyto Lip Twist Mattes. There are Phyto Lip Twist Balms. There are Le Phyto Glosses. There are Phyto Lip Twists. Yeah, there's a lot. And there's the Color Cloud, which I haven't tried. There's Le Phyto Rouge, which is the lipstick. And there's also a Phyto Rouge Velvet, which is relatively new, which I have not bought. But again, I'm really not a velvet person. And these are the, this is what I have on today. These are the Phyto Lip Twists. And basically what you have here is a twist up lipstick. And these are great. I love these. I use them all the time, actually, because it's a big pencil. It's a very large pencil. And you just get an easy glossy lip. I mean, what's easier than that, right? It's really simple to use, and you stick it in your purse and they're great. And I have a number of shades, and I really like all of them. And you just twist them up and you're good to go. The glosses are also excellent. I have shade 1 and shade 2. And the glosses have a beautiful shine to them. They're light, they're airy, they look beautiful on. They're very glowy, you know, they're beautiful. And there's 10 shades here. They are $67 and they give your lips like the most beautiful, glossy, glowy, shiny lip. Again, I think they are more expensive than a lot of the other products in their category. I do think they are plumping glosses, but they don't have that burning feeling or anything. You do get a plumped and smooth look from them though. And if you're somebody who wants like a glossy, plumpy lip and you don't want the burning and you don't care that it's not too plumping, it's more like the Dolce & Gabbana new ones, these actually are very comfortable, but there's an intense shine here. So if you're willing, you know, to deal with the price point, they're worth it. Again, it's worth it is a tricky concept. The Fido shines. I have these in practically every color. I mean, literally. I have Sheer Ginger, Sheer Cocoa, and Sheer Beverly Hills, which are my favorite three here. And these are lip shines. They're exactly what they sound like. And as you all know, I love a good glossy lip. They are a good glossy lip and they're excellent. The Beverly Hills shade, which is the shade I just put on the back of my hand, is my favorite. I love this shade. The refills are $50 and if you buy the cases, I'm just looking, 67. So you can put them in. There's 16 shades, some of the best glossy lips that exist. They're a hydrating shine lipstick. They're absolutely beautiful. They have the intensity and color of a lipstick, but the glossy shine, but they're comfortable like a balm. These are amazingly good. I don't know if I could say that they are worth the $67, but I will say this. When I travel, I often take these with me. I take like Chanel Boy, which is the Flash formula. There are a couple of Chantecailles that I take. There's one Dior that I take, one Dior shade. So like, I'm not saying that they're better than others. The Suku ones are my favorite because they're the most pigmented. But the Sisley products are really excellent. Every time I use their products, I'm always re-impressed by their products. And I always think, why don't I use these more? And then I go back to, and I don't buy them. I honestly think, you know, sight unseen, like I forget because I'm trying so much and I forget how much I love these. Anyway, the lipsticks. These are the Fido Rouge Long Lasting Hydration Lipsticks. These are great lipsticks. I just don't wear as much full coverage lipstick anymore. I think I've kind of gone to the shiny lipstick side, but these are great. They're very comfortable. This is beige Manhattan, one of my favorite shades. It's like a very cool toned, almost like a plum shade, but I think it's excellent. And yeah, I really like that one. So at the end of the day, what I would say to you is, if you're interested in trying Sisley, if I have convinced you of anything in this video that, you know, Sisley is worth trying, and I do believe it is if you can handle the price point. If you're looking for a skincare or makeup brand, I would definitely try the lip liners and the eyeliners. I haven't tried the kohls, but the waterproof kohls are excellent. Those two things I'd be like, you're gonna like those. Maybe you won't love them as much as I do, but you're gonna like them. Orchid blushes. I really haven't ever seen anything exactly like those orchid blushes. Those are very unique. So I would strongly recommend that. The Double Tenseur, which is an amazing primer that does lift your skin. It does make your skin look more lifted and it doesn't dry out your skin. It's not gonna make you look cakey or anything like that. And then the lip shines. Of all of those things though, I mean, honestly, the one that I have to say I've never seen anything like is the Orchid blushes. I can't think of something off the top of my head that's like, yes, it's just like that. So those ones are probably the most unique, but everything except for the mascara, which I haven't tried the new ones, so maybe they're fantastic. Up to now, I have not liked their mascara. I haven't liked their powders because every powder that had come out had been mattifying, and I'm not a mattifying person, so I don't like their powders per se. But again, I haven't tried new ones, so, you know, who knows. Their bronzer is too golden and too bronzy for me. Their lip products, as you can see, I love their lip products, but they are pricey. You know, it's an excellent overall brand, guys. It's really good. The price point would be the issue. So there you go. That's with the microfiber towel. These I'm not surprised come off because, I mean, yeah. But see, the thing about the liquid eyeshadow, see how it doesn't stay as well? There are some liquid eyeshadows now that literally, you know, you could come at it with this and it's fine. And the lip liners stay pretty well. The eyeliners stay pretty well, but they're not completely removable, like immovable. There are some now that I've talked about that don't move at all. So these do move. The Tom Fords, I don't remember moving. So maybe in that sense, the Tom Fords are better. Again, I'd have to do a one-to-one comparison. But I look at my face right now and I'm like, wow, that looks pretty good. And it feels very comfortable for my skin. My skin is dry, sensitive. I think it looks not flawless, but close and healthy. It looks plump and healthy, and you know, it looks very sophisticated. It's a sophisticated look. And so I think that's what you get with Sisley. I'm not gonna just dismiss the fact that it's very expensive, because it is. But if you are looking for a skincare brand of makeup, I think Sisley is definitely worth a try. Their foundation, like I said, was my go-to foundation, and I absolutely loved it. And the cushion one, I still love this one. And I still love the Sisley I ones. I just haven't bought new ones, and these are so old. I feel like it would be a mistake to try them on my skin, especially right before my trip. But yeah, I had, you know, like I said, unless we're talking about the mascara and the powder, I don't have anything negative to say. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on the brand overall and why you think maybe it's not talked about as much, or why I haven't used it as much, or I haven't talked about it or buying new things lately. 2, what products have you bought lately that are really good that I should try? And then 3, just overall, like, do you think Sisley needs to, you know, reinvent, like come up with new products, new branding, new marketing? What is it that makes it less? I mean, I hear about Clé de Peau more than I hear about Sisley. So I just find it interesting. I'd love your thoughts. So thanks so much for joining me today, guys. I really do appreciate it. And I hope to see you in another video really soon.